Good morning. Welcome to the Life Motivators. We come in here each day to give you the energy and the love. We've been doing this for over a year now. As this community has grown to bring creative ideas from each and every individual as we communicate in here each day, as we co-create a mastermind on the things that we have going on within life. We all have life going on. We're all breathing. Our hearts are all beating. We all have our vision this morning and our ears to be able to hear the messages that are going to be able to come out. The words that you hear today are something that is coming through of many years that we have been working on within ourselves, getting ourselves within an alignment each morning, each day to know that we are going to be in tune with the things that we want to do that make us happy. Yes, sounds a little selfish, but it's okay because I am the one that has to be in alignment with me and my happiness and the things that I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. Brother Julio is in here with us this morning. And do you have anything before you have to step out before you today that you want to bring into that message?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll jump in. I'll interject when needed. But go ahead,
Okay.
Thomas. Good morning,
As life
everybody.
goes on, as life is flowing, we have things, we're always moving, we're always shaking. And as you see and as you do throughout your day, you always have a creative idea of something because we as entrepreneurs, we see opportunities in every area of life, of everything that's going on. And it's not always the monetary funds that we're looking for, but it's the opportunities of how we can create something better within ourselves, within a post that we're doing, a video that we're doing, of a billboard that we want to make, of a flyer, of something to attract people to something of what we have going on within our life. And if we can make us a little bit better in attunement with that and be able to see those opportunities out there of how we can assist other people as well, because there's many people that are looking for something within life but don't know where to start. Well, where did we start? We started within us. Many people want to start on the exterior and try to sponge off of somebody else and grab their energy and go live that, but yet they don't know how to take that energy back home and start putting it within themselves. Because that's all we're doing is they're tapping into our energy. We tapped into something that we came here with. We learned how to know that we have a power within. We are full of knowledge. We are full of awesomeness. And we have a physical body that can do things that you wouldn't even imagine once that adrenaline gets rolling. Once you get so excited about something or something major happens within your life, you're able to do things that you never even fathomed that you could do. But when you're doing things on a day-to-day basis that makes you happy, puts a smile on your face, puts that just joy within your life, that's what we want everybody to understand, that that is where the true power of your creative ideas are at. Because when you are at your happy state, you're creating new things. When you're at a negative state, sad state, depressed state, anxiety state, you're not creating anything new because you can't see the brighter side of life. You can't see, all you're doing is feeling, oh, they're against me. That's against me. That's going to be bad for me. That's not going to work for me. I can't do all that. You're starting to put those words into you. So no, there's not creative ideas in all of it. But yet when you start looking instead of a problem in life and start solving the solution, giving it a solution, and it's like you start seeing a brighter side to it. So what's the true solution to anything within your life? I can't pinpoint it and tell you exactly what yours is going to be, but I had to work on me. Many hours behind that mirror, that gremlin that I was fighting, that person within inside that was talking to me all the time, telling me that I wasn't worthy, telling me that I was full of fear, and telling me all that doubt that I had within me and that I wasn't worthy at all. When I started looking in the mirror and saying, you know what? I don't like you. I don't like that voice you're giving me. I don't like this talk we're having. I know I can do great things. I can feel it within me, but yet you want to tell me I'm not. It took many hours of me talking back and forth to myself, many hours in a truck ride, traveling across the countryside by myself, having to go job to job for some other corporation. Well, I had time to talk to myself. I had time to let myself know what I did not want in my life anymore. And once I started figuring out what I didn't want, and I started focusing my energy of what I did want and what I thought would make me happy, but I was going after things that I thought would make me happy. When I truly unlocked me and found out I was happy no matter what. I was chasing things that I thought would make me happy, but when I found out that I got rid of everything within my life and I found me sitting in the middle of nowhere with nothing, I found myself to be truly happy after that because there was no more stress. There was no more anxiety. There was no more depression. I didn't have to worry about if this bill was coming or that bill was coming or who I was paying there or what was going on here. I got rid of all of those ideas and thought processes. And it was like, you know what? I'm stressing over things that I don't need to stress about. When you start realizing that you are putting it all in your own self, you are the one that's making you with that energy. You have to give yourself the different words. And I did. And it was a habit that I kept with me and I stuck with it and it worked. And then years later, after my deepest darkness, and then I got myself back out of it. And then I surrounded myself with people like you see on the screen here with those energies that they were bringing because they were talking the better self to them, giving their self better words. They were working with people on how to get out of their depressions and how to talk better to themselves and how to work with the mindset, what books I needed to read because the books that I had been reading, they weren't conducive, because it wasn't something that was working on me. It was telling somebody else's story and I wasn't really resonating with it. So I had to start telling myself a new story of where I didn't want to be within my life, of what I didn't want to do within my life. And I started aligning myself with myself each day on a happy note and knowing that I could tap my feet and I can be full of joy no matter where I'm at, what I'm doing, who I'm with, where I'm around, no matter what. I'm not handling their energies anymore. I'm putting a blocker saying, you know what, that's your energy. I know I don't have to deal with it anymore. I've got in tune with me and I feel my energies and what I have to go through, and I'm working on me. So what did we do when we started all this? It was a creative idea to be able to help people to get their self in alignment in a meditation mode, to help you get into that alignment in the morning, how to release all the energies to get yourself in that creative idea focus first thing in the morning. It's kind of hard to do it in a collective group when everybody's have either they're driving or they're washing clothes or getting ready for work or they're, playing with the dogs, whatever. It's kind of hard to do a collective meditation. But yet, what do? We started giving you the words that we talk to ourselves with during that meditation, the better words that we were saying of Ashley, like she said the other day, as a collective thought comes in and it's like, okay, I acknowledge it, but that's not where I'm wanting to go right now. Let's set it aside. Boom, keep on going. So you've cleared yourself of that, and we're working each day to get ourselves in with that alignment each morning to be able to speak better to ourselves, to say, you know what, I love you. How many of you actually ever got up before this time frame and went to that mirror or got up each day and said, you know what, I feel good today. It's going to be an awesome day. This is my day. I feel good about this day. I feel good about the energies that I feel right now that I possess, that I'm going to bring out into this life today. How many of you ever really did that? Probably not many. I know I didn't until I learned this practice. And, I was like, they're crazy. What do they think? I'm going to write all this down. I'm going to do all that. I'm going to do a 28-day practice and read 2 chapters a day and go find a rock and start giving better thought processes to myself. These people are crazy. Then I started the habit and it's like, what else do I have to lose? What am I losing by trying this? Nothing. I didn't pay for it. Hey, it was free. All I had to do was start trying something new within me. Okay. Wow. The energies that I started feeling, the downloads, as Ashley calls them, started coming in. And it was like, whoa, that creative idea. I like that. Oh, I like that one too. Hey, let's go do that. Yes. Really? A sailboat in the middle of the British Virgin Islands? Hey, why not? Let's go hang out. And then everything fell in alignment where we could go and we could flow. And I just started, it's like, I like this. I started listening to that voice because the other one, I couldn't hear it no more. This voice of positive creativity idea that I have and these visions that I see now are more powerful than that negative voice. I can't hear them. They ring louder. I paid more attention to it. I put more focus to those ringings that I was hearing. I was thinking I was having a problem with my hearing. The doctor said, oh, you got this or you got that. No, I don't have a problem with my hearing. I just wasn't in tune with what was trying to come to me. I wasn't in the receiving mode. I wasn't ready. But once I got myself ready to receive and listen, I like that. Keep it coming. I like those ideas because the things that we have created within this right here in a year and a half or 3 years time frame total been more than I've created in my entire life. Except my 2 boys. I take that back. Those were the best 2 creations. Yes. All right. So those 2 creations, that was total something different. But this right here, to be able to see the people that we're able to connect with each day, the people that we're able to nourish and get nourishment from, because they're receiving and I receive as well. So each conversation that we have within here each day, on the cell phone each day, or if I'm on Messenger, it doesn't matter. That feeling of that conversation when we're on the phone, they resonate and understand and they feel and they cry and we laugh and we have a good time because we start breaking down the layers of onions of the things of fear that we had that we, yeah, I really, you're right. I didn't need that. It's not mine. Oh, anxiety. You're right. That I put that there and I really didn't need it because now I see I was putting it to myself. Wow. Just short little conversations will start helping. But what are the stories that you're telling to yourself is the most powerful, because we can go out and assist others all day long by we are in the darkness. There's many people that do that and have done that. The greatest comedian, he went out there and entertained the world and made everybody else happy when he was in the biggest darkness. But we don't have to be in that state. We can be in that happiness state, the same happiness we want to give to others. Bring it to you first. Align yourself with that happiness. It's a good day to have a good day, and I thank you and appreciate everybody that's come out and hang out with us this morning. Brother Julio, I'm going to pass it on to you if you got a moment. Or is he froze?
I think he's frozen.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't frozen. I just needed to just buzzing in right here. Good morning, everybody. Thomas, that what's been speaking to me the most lately, the last few days. I mean, of course, I got married, but I've just been at a place of clarity. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how to quite put my finger on, but because I feel like there's a certain amount of weight lifted in my life right now. How I'm in tuned right now is a lot more mature, and it's just different than before. And I'm very thankful, I'm very grateful, because and I feel like I'm blessed to have that perspective, but it's because of my practices, it's because of routines, it's because of how I start my mornings, how you start your day, the the ease of your heart, of your emotions. How they tell you, like, be careful how you wake up so you're not like in a panic state, or you don't wake up with anxiety, you don't wake up feeling like stressful or worried, or like something bad just happened. We've all had that feeling in the morning time. You're just like, ugh, you kind of like want to shake it off, or whatever. Some people feel like they have a lot of hustle and bustle in their life, or they have to get this done and that done and all of this stuff. The importance of starting your day, the right way, and how that translates to your life being so much more fruitful, to the pattern, to building routines, to having a better unit, in reference to co-creating with somebody in life, you know, and how that translates to better parenting, how that translates to you being a better, businessman or businesswoman, or, employee, or, whatever, you being a better son, a better mom, a better dad, you know. Think of how you would go about your life if you didn't have to, if you didn't have a stressful mentality, or a worry mentality, or a mentality of hurry up and give me the answer, or somebody calls you and you're just like, you guys know what I'm talking about, that what what, versus yes, can I help you, you know or you having a different kind of approach towards life, man. If you would just start your mornings off the right way, how that can translate to you having a better afternoon and a better evening, and a better day every single day. It's not a just a daily practice, but it's a change in lifestyle. That's really what it is. It's, you want better results in life, then you have to operate your life differently. you know um I don't think our lives are like, um I guess, I don't know, a trial for the afterlife, so to speak. I think it's important for us to pay attention now, for us to be in sync now, for us to be in tune now, tomorrow isn't guaranteed for any of us. You know, appreciate the moments that you have, appreciate the loved ones that you have there. You know, why wouldn't you want to be that best version of you today? You know, why would you not want to put your best foot forward? You know, what do you have to gain by being like everybody else? What do you have to gain by just going about your life? You know, Thomas talks about the whole willy nilly. You know, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. You know, no, why don't you be intentional? You know, about your day, about, you know, more cautious about who you talk to, you know, more cautious about who you allow to be in your circle, who do you allow to be in your atmosphere, the circles that you travel into, that you flow into, you know, also, you know, what's your communication in those circles, kind of stuff. I mean, there's, everything is energy, you know. So are you setting yourself up, and, you know, in that positive frame of mind? Are you setting yourself up, you know, for success? Are you setting yourself up to put yourself, you know, in the best situation possible? If you did something today that was, you know, potentially beneficial for you today, you have no idea how that might catapult your life for tomorrow or for next week or for next year. Or, you know, if you weren't sitting there lazy at the house and you were able to go out, you might have bumped into the person that you haven't saw in 20 years. You know, and that relationship sparks something that maybe it's a relationship that, you know, changes your life. Or, you know, you have that conversation that, you know, somebody says something to you and something inside your heart and your mind just kind of shifts, you know, and all the dots are connected all of a sudden, and something you've been thinking or something really been on your heart, pressed into your heart, pressed into your spirit. You know, being in tune is such a beautiful thing, man. And what it can lead to, you know. I think it's so important to start your day off right, because we have so much thoughts, we have so many things going on a day-to-day basis. I don't know about, you know, Thomas can tell you, I can tell you about my life and my day, and what a day may consist of. And you're like, man, Julio, that's a lot of stuff. Well, yeah, that's why it's important for me to have routines. It's why it's important for me to structure my day, to plan out my day, and to do things, you know, intuitively, because I have to be intentional about stuff. If not, I don't maximize my potential. I don't maximize the me. I don't maximize my day. Why not, you know, expand my opportunity, expand my horizon, expand who I am and what I can do, what I can be, you know. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. Wouldn't you want to live every moment and every second to the max of who you can be? You know,
Most
be
people
that
get,
better. Go ahead, no, go ahead.
how many people just, they got so comfortable. All right, I got a job. All right, I worked 8 hours today. I don't have to do anything else. Oh, I'm going to go home, kick my feet up. I'm done for the day, you know? So, you know, total they was up moving for 10 hours, but yet they got home and they really didn't do anything else to elevate them, their thought process, or their life. They just got behind the TV and the remote control and said, you know what, I worked 8 hours today. I don't have to do anything else. I did a full day's work. No, the day's not over, because I promise you, I'm not a mother of children. I'm a father of two children, but they were in and out of my life. But their schedule doesn't stop until that child is at rest, is in a sleep, and then they still have their self to go take care of, to give themselves a moment of quiet and peace. Because Ashley may get a couple moments with us here in the morning time now, but yet when they wake up, they're active and they need her and her emotion. They need their clothes have to be washed. They can't do them yet. They're watching her and they're learning. They can't just go cook their own food yet, but they're watching and they're learning, you know. And as they're going through all of this, Ashley's day does not stop till they're down. And then she finally gets maybe an hour to herself in the bathroom and say, okay, I'm going to relax in the tub. They're asleep. Okay. Oh, there's me. Now I can read a book, or I can listen to some more podcasts or whatever. But just think of, you know, as a male, I can remember the days I did it, worked. It was a hot day outside. Yes, I sweated my behind off and I stunk. I took a shower, kicked my feet up in the chair, and it's like, I worked 10 hours. I'm not doing nothing else. I was there. And where did my life go? Not very far. That was it. But like Julio said, he is always in continuous motion of doing and going and making something happen. Because if you have the opportunities in front of you, why not take them? If you can make something more out of your life, out of doing something more for a few others, a little bit at a time, Wouldn't it be beneficial? A lot of people would say, nope, not beneficial to me to help somebody else. Really? That's the wrong thought process. The more you assist, the more abundance that will come to you. It's a different energy flow. Miss Ashley, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to touch on like going back to like the whole creative side of ourselves, right? And everybody knows I love this topic because we have opportunities all around us to listen to that creative intuition. And it's usually us that gets in our own way, oh, it's going to cost too much money, or that's going to take too long. I don't have time for that. I'll do that later. I'll come back to it. Probably wouldn't work anyways. All of those voices, right? We don't even notice when they're happening. They're so silent. But like Thomas is saying, there's so much fun inside of those. They don't even have to be big things. They can be little things, right? Like I was noticing the other day how much easier it's been coming to me. And I guess like I've kind of like buffered that zone where that voice is able to come in, because it's like I act on something so much faster than what I used to. And I think that's just because of practice, right? I don't even think I let that voice come in anymore at all. And all my friends laugh at me because if there's anything that needs to be fixed, I'm like, oh, I'll YouTube it. It's fine. Like, we'll see how to do it, right? So it's like I'm like changing my own brakes now, all my own filter systems, like all of the valve covers that go on top of my gasket for my car. Anything with my car, I YouTube it and find out if I can do it first, right? And my mechanic thought that was great. He's like, oh, your brakes are at like 90%. I was like, yeah, 'cause I did them like 2 months ago. He's like, you what? And I was like, I did them. He's like, you did? My friend's dryer was broken. And I was like, well, maybe it's just something simple like a belt. I was like, well, YouTube it. We'll see if we can. She's like looking at me. She's like, no, I'm getting a new dryer. And I was like, why? It could be a perfectly good dryer. Anyways, like, like as I was in the flow the other day, I was noticing like with my spaghetti squash, all of the seeds that we usually scoop out and throw out, seeds is like my new thing lately. I never knew how nutritious the seeds were. I had no idea. Nobody taught me, right? The seeds of things, guys, are amazing. Like they're so nutritious. So it's like drying the seeds out or like seasoning them, right? Planting your avocado pits. Like it's the smallest little things that are all around us. Making your own kombucha, right? Like there's opportunity for us to do the things that other people, we tend to pay other people, or we tend to go to the expert. We pay people or we seek people that can do it for us, when really we're capable of a lot of this stuff ourselves, if not right away, with a little bit of learning. And let me tell you that that is one of the best feelings when you are doing these things for yourself, right? It gives you that feeling, that person, and you go over to their house and they've got like 101 projects on the go. And you're like, wow, this person does everything, really taking a piece of that for yourself as well too. Cause there's no better feeling. Let me tell you, you get your shine on when you're like, oh man, like, that's good. Like, look at how good I did that. It feels good when you can take care of yourself. It feels good when you have all of these little tiny projects that show you just how awesome you are, right? And majority of them cost no money or very little money, right? So those are just like the small ways. Of course, there's bigger ideas and things that we build out over a year, 5 years, 10 years, right? And they take a little bit more time, but there's lots of opportunity for us to also nurture that creative side, just even in your seeds after you're cooking supper, right? The flow that you find yourself in, like when I'm washing the seeds and I'm taking all the guts off of them and I'm laying them out and I'm drying them, the flow that I'm in those moments as well too, is pure peace, joy, bliss. You feel your body it just levels out. You are so present in the moment with what you're doing that it's like it removes you from the outside chaos, right? Yeah, I love the topic around creativity because it's,
It's
right? I think it happens for us all the time. There's always opportunity showing up for us. Life is so colorful, guys. It's so
very,
colorful.
very colorful. But the biggest part that, working with clients over the last 3.5 years is they get into that creative mode, and then things start actually happening of that, what they're doing. And then they get scared and and they back out. That's what I talked about the other day, the vortex, that energy, that room that has everything that you've ever wished for is in there. You just get in alignment with it, and it will start flowing and coming to you. But a lot of people, they get into that room and they see it and things start flowing. And then it's, oh. And it's like, how'd that happen? Why'd that happen? I didn't ask for that. Or, I didn't have the funds for that, but yet here it is. And what you can't understand it. And it scares people. But that understanding, that receiving mode, once you get into it, it's like Christmas time, and it's like your birthday time. You expect, that you're going to have a good day on that day, right? The happiness that you're going to run down and see those presents, and you're going to open them, and it's going to take 5 minutes of what it took 2 hours for somebody to wrap, or 4 hours to go shopping for it, or days, whatever. But it's going to take 15 seconds, that energy, that excitement. Now, have that excitement every day when you wake up, knowing that everything can be just like a Christmas present. Everything out there can be new. You can learn something new. You can find something new. You can have something new. You put that energy to it every day. And it's like, what do I get to create today? Who do I get to create with today is what I like. Is because it's not just me, but now that we have this in the morning times, who do I get to create with today? Who shows up? Awesome. The beautiful faces I get to see, the beautiful energy we get to pass off to each other. And then the phone calls and the meetings that I have listed on my board here for what I have to take care of. Like Julio said, I structure and I schedule my life. I know what I need to do, what's my highest priority, what I need to take care of now, and then what is going to be my me time. Hey, I get those 3 knocked out, whether it takes me an hour or whether it takes me 3 hours. If I get it done quickly, then hey, kudos to me, I got my day. Because I scheduled my life so perfectly. And I say perfect because it's my life, because I think it's perfect. Your life may not be as perfect as mine, but I'm going to speak perfect. I expect perfect within my day, because that's the energy I give to me. So if I expect to have it to me, that's what I'm going to talk about. Now, the way you talk to yourself is all.
Picture, Thomas?
Say that again.
Can I show you a picture?
Yes, go ahead.
I thought of you and your chickens. Yeah, are they chickens or the roosters?
We got a rooster and 5 chickens. Yes.
Okay, let's see if you can see it.
See, the carton just got laid. Oh, that is just cute. Yes, that is just
This
cute.
lady sells them close to my house. The one says just got laid. The other one says butt nuggets.
Oh, wow. That is. Well, Carol, that's all for Carol. That's her chickens and everything.
I just had to show you because every time I think about eggs or like anything, that's all I can hear is your rooster in the background. And when I saw it yesterday, you guys were the first person I thought of.
That was just too cute. Yes. And yeah, the energy's to flow. That's what Carol wanted, the fresh eggs. She was tired of the egg prices going up at the market. So Carol said, you know what? She got some free chickens. We built a pen, so we got free eggs now. That's an energy she wanted. She moves towards it. She plays with them. They have a castle out there that they live in. Crazy. But it's all good. The animals around our house, they get to, they live very well, for sure, around here. So, all right, we're going to Miss Crystal's in the house. We're going to pass this on to her and let her give us some quotes this morning. Are you available? There you are.
Good morning. All right. So gratitude is a description of a successful mode of living. The thankful heart opens our eyes to a multitude of blessings that continually surround us. When I started counting my blessings, my whole life turned around. Maya Angelou said, "This is a wonderful day. I've never seen this one before." Gratitude turns what we have into just enough of what we need. And it's easy to stand in the crowd, but it takes courage to stand alone. Gandhi said that. Everyone have a great day.
Thank you for that. Very beautiful. That's the one thing that we have within here. We don't have to stand alone. We have a community of support of people that is moving and inspiring each other to do nothing but greatness within your life, to bring you to that next level that you want to be in, of the success that you want, that you're building, that you envision. That creative idea is something that is built in within you. You have it. You have the knowledge to be able to take care of it. Like Ashley said, if you want it, you don't have to outsource this. You can do it. You know, she wanted to change the brakes, so she figured out how to change the brakes. Around here, Carol's the one that takes care of all the maintenance on our vehicles. I love my country girl. She gets out there and gets on her shorts and tank top and rips out the oil filters and changes all the oils on every piece of machinery we have around here. If there's a motor blade on the lawnmower needs to be changed, she'll get after it too. The brakes, it doesn't matter. She is a country girl, and I love it to heart, you know. And all of you women that want to stand up and do something like that, keep up that. You know, because there's nothing says that you cannot. Only you did. So if you're getting out there and you're accomplishing something more and learning something new like that, just know that you can go to bed holding your head high, your shoulders back, knowing, hey, I did that today. I didn't need somebody else to do it for me. I figured it out. I found my flow. I found my energy, and I went and did it. Everybody, keep up the awesomeness that you have within your life and everything that you're doing on a day-to-day basis, because that creative idea and those creative thoughts are what is building your bigger empire within life. So you can look at either one little puzzle piece and focus just on that one, but just remember, each day I wake up, I'm painting my puzzle piece, which is called today. And by the end of the day, I'll be done painting my little puzzle piece, and then I'm going to put it in the one that's bigger that I envision for my entire life. All I'm doing is painting a piece a day. I'm putting it into my bigger vision that I have laid out for me. What is your bigger vision? What are you going for? What do you feel within your life of where you think you came onto this earth to rent this physical body in this time, space, reality that you can live in it? And you're going to run with it and operate it and do what it needs to do to make action happen within your life as you're implementing those things to move you to that next level. Because we can talk all day, but it's going to take a little bit of action, and it's going to take a little bit of implementation into those actions. Make it happen. Shannon, we're going to pass it on to you and wrap us up.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Creativity is the way I share my soul with the world. I have a vast and wondrous imagination. I am open channel for creative ideas. Creative energy must flow. It must keep moving. When you create from your soul, your art nourishes you and will help heal the world. I am a successful, smart, intelligent, creative human being and can succeed in a creative way. Someone judging me will not stop me from doing what is best for me. My creativity has a purpose in my life and in the world.
Creativity has a purpose within this life, her life, your life, and the world, because that one idea can change the world. Keep up the great ideas, keep the creativity flowing, keep up the actions within your life that make you happy on a day-to-day basis. Love and appreciate you all.